Hello, and today I'm here reviewing The Land of Stories Beyond the Kingdoms. Beyond the Kingdoms. And this is the fourth book in this series, and I was really excited to get it because the fifth book actually just released about a month or so ago. And I really wanted to get it, so I did, but I didn't have this one. I didn't want to read the other one until I read this one. So, in the previous books, A Grim Warning, we have found out that there was a mystery character called the Masked Man, and he seemed to resemble Alex and Connor's father. So, in this one, they are trying to find him, and Alex is basically kind of going crazy with the idea of finding out who this man is he her father, what is going on. And we see the fairy council turn against her, and it was really sad. That part really broke me up. That also leads me to believe that Alex's mood and her powers, I think, are really going to come to play in the next book. So, I'm kind of intrigued to see where that goes. The storyline of this book was a lot more developed than the previous books, but I think that the previous books were fun to read and interesting because they kind of laid the groundwork for this book. Kind of like in Harry Potter, how the first three books were a lot happier and lighter than the 5th, 6th, and 7th one. Well, the 4th through the 7th. The 4th one was where we started seeing people die. So, kind of the same thing here. This book also is a lot like Harry Potter in the fact that it's kind of universal. There are multiple main characters, and they all have quirky things that endear them to us. We have Goldilocks, who is an outlaw, and Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk is like her main man. And in this one, she's pregnant, but she's still kicking butt. And of course, Alex and Connor. Alex is a strong, very nice female character for girls to read about. She is very sure of herself, but she does have those questions about pangs of the heart. And Connor, on the other hand, is kind of a goofball, and he doubts himself all the time. He does not have a large self-esteem, and so that's kind of interesting to watch the sister and brother dynamic between them. And we also have Red. And Red is actually one of my favorite characters because she is just so... she's there for comic relief. Like, Red is Red. I mean, there's really no way to describe her. She's kind of selfish, but at the same time, like, she's very giving. Like, she's very conceited and only thinks about herself. But at the same time, when problems come up that deal with people around her, she really does arise to the occasion. So, very interesting character. I love seeing the character development in her, especially in this book. In the previous book, we know that, like, you know, her and Froggy were kind of thinking about getting married. Well, in this one, she goes into a whole nother tangent through the story, and she ends up having to babysit a bunch of boys from Neverland, and she finds that she actually enjoys it, but she also has to face something that she hasn't wanted to face for a long time about herself. So I thought that was very interesting character development there. I will be continuing on with this stories. I give this book 5 out of 5. It has not been my favorite book so far. It hasn't. My actual favorite book was The Enchantress Returns, the second one. But I really did enjoy this. I think it was a very solid book. Perfect bedtime storybook for a house with girls and boys, and this is one that you will want to read. So I really recommend this as a family together book. And so like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you soon.